Capricorns, my darlings, let's go, okay? I'm about to shuffle, but the phrase that I got blaring in my head as I said, what do Capricorn need to know, is shock, shock, horror. Now, that song has been in my head since I posted a little alien clip about it on my Instagram a few weeks back. I can't remember if I wrote a little rhyme on it. I don't think I did, but you can go and check out a selection of alien posts on my account, a white alien with a hood on. And that song's there. And also there's a Libra reading also titled Shock Horror. So that could be resonance in there for you, especially if you're dealing with a Libra, okay? But I'm going to go, and I don't want you to be scared or intimidated. I know you've already got a reading out that's set to drop, and it's titled Shadow Work. A little bit of shadow won't do you no harm, Capricorn, okay? And it was just about you understanding that light can't exist without the dark. Dark can't exist without the light. You know, we need both. So let's see what this is about. What's this shock horror about, Divine? Okay. Emotional loss. It's not the softest vibration that we're starting with, guys, but I want you to be aware that I do receive that you're feeling a little bit heavy at this time, potentially, okay? Not only that, in a loving relationship I see coming out, because I see the Lover's card, the heart chakra, followed by the Magician in reverse. So that's unfortunate. I see your manifestations being a little bit blocked at this time. I'm so sorry to bring that to your attention. I see Two of Cups coming out as well in that, sacrifice, Four of Wands coming out in that, triumph, and we're ending with hope. That's my star card, okay? There's some healing that needs to happen here, and this is around your confidence at this time. So the main thing I want to discuss with you is about the relationship that you're in, or the relationship that you're going into, or the relationship that you've just left, yeah? There's a lot of fear around this relationship, about whether or not it's going to be triumphant, about whether or not you need to sacrifice more of yourself, or sacrifice the whole relationship so you can return to that feeling of positivity that you had before, because something's happened in the past where you've been alone, and you've done something alone. Basically, you've had a new beginning alone. You've traveled through this ascension cycle by yourself, and as a result you've come out as a much smarter, much wiser, confident individual. Now that your future is aligned to another person, there is this fear that you will no longer move positively forward in the way in which you were, and that is actually at the forefront of your mind. That's why it's showing up. So I'm going to dig into that a little bit more, because I don't want to outrightly say your manifestations are blocked. I do want to say your perceptions of your life at this time and your view of your manifestations are like, oh my god, they're being blocked, they're being ruined, they're being sabotaged, because actually there's some underlying heart chakra issues here. Heartache and losses coming out. That's the Three of Swords. That's a really intense card, but that's in the conscious. In the subconscious underneath that, I'm looking at the heart chakra. So joy and celebration. So I see love here. I see intense, true love, but I see a lack of awareness at the forefront, blocking your manifestations as a result, and heartache and pain dominating the story here. You need to fall into your power seat here. You need to be patient with this, and you need to choose wisely. But I feel like there's fear around the choices that you're making, because you're trying to make definitive choices too soon. Too quickly. You want an out, you want an answer, you want resolution, you want peace, but that's not what relationships are, to be fair. I am the hermatologist. I am the expert of being the solitary individual. So I totally understand what it means to share your life with another entirely and give, and what that takes from you. It takes a lot, okay? So the fact that you've been so emotionally withdrawn in the past and in solitude, and going through these new beginnings and cycles of ascension by yourself for the length of time that you have, anyone else coming into the fold is going to shake things up, regardless of who it is. So there can't be real heavy judgments on this individual and this person coming in on what you're experiencing, because you would experience it with absolutely anyone, because this is about you and your ascension in the now moment with other. Yeah, I'm not even going to go into details about this person. Well, let's see what the other cards say in a minute. But the foundation of this reading is talking about you and your ability to freely fall into connections and let go of control. Have power, but let go of control. Yeah, really important phrase there. Have power, but let go of control. How on earth is that even possible? You still need to have power, but you can't control the situation. How do we find that terrain? Especially when you spent so much time on your own on the journey, you know? Let's look in a little bit more, shall we? What more do we need to see? Oh, divine. Wow, yeah, I get it. We're looking at light in the dark, big city dreams, anciently adored, surrender, zero fucks. turn your back, okay? So I feel like there's a lot of observations, a lot of eyes on you, a lot of people saying stuff, or a lot of stuff being said to you from more of a negative, low vibrational context that you have to have zero fucks about. You have to surrender that people are always going to say what they want to say, or this person is going to have a differing view or opinion to you. And at the end of the day, you have to be aware that you also have darker traits that make you go into this power play situation, and you try and often hide these traits of yours that you feel like are not worthy of the light. Yeah, there are traits and qualities coming up here in regards to you specifically that I feel like you try to hide, because if you show them, you're fearful it will block your big dreams. You're also quite fearful that this person will block your big dreams, because it's a gamble for you to give your heart to them in the now moment. There's also a lot of issues around drinking. Yeah, alcoholism is the card that's just come out. Surrendering to alcohol. Could be like, in my head I'm getting someone like alcohol around the lips, alcohol on the breath, like real concerns around drinking, and maybe the behavior of your partner when they drink, or whoever you're dating when they drink. And as a result, it's a situation of, I'm looking at a card of manipulation and zero fucks. So when this person drinks, there might be this manipulative power play here, and it's not manipulative from them or even manipulative from you, but it's just, I'm getting in my head, someone in the connection will say, I don't give a fuck, we cannot be together, this can end, I don't care, I don't need to be with you, I'm happy to walk away. But there is this still craving. Yeah, there could be something about the way that you kiss and your intimate tongues, lips, tasting of breath, or like the taste of someone else's breath, and like alcohol on the breath. There's something that's really coming in heavy around that with me. Even smoking, cigarettes, tobacco, cigars, vapes, whatever it is, and greed around money as well. Bright ideas of how to make quick cash, and certain drugs as well that you kind of potentially take in recreation. And there's a lot of qualities that are coming up that are making you insecure, and I feel like you're avoiding having some deeper rooted conversations about these qualities that you do and don't like, because you do feel at the end of the day it's gonna be fated for disaster if you let all your traits show. It's gonna be fated for disaster if you really own how much you dislike this quality or that quality or this part or that part. But until you're confident and willing enough to have those conversations and really dive in, you're not going to know. But you've also got to understand and be really considerate and kind to yourself, understanding the simple fact is you've spent a lot of time in solitude. The main thing in the past is all these new beginnings you've had on your own, over and over again, cycling through stuff. Like, in my head I'm getting Mary Poppins is what I'm seeing in one of the images, and it's like Mary Poppins has got absolutely everything in her bag, and it's at the end of the day, you're that Mary Poppins. You don't need anyone else. You've got your bag full of all the resources that you need, and it's just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, medicine go down, medicine go down. So whether that's the person you're dealing with or you, because it's quite funny, but it's like you've got the remedy. Yeah, the remedy is here. Yeah, but it's about your ability to be aware of that, be consciously aware. You have to actively work through these energies and not just walk away. And the manipulation conversation that I was having, if that's not clear to you, is the fact that someone keeps going, I don't need this, I don't want this, I can walk away, are we sure, should we just end it now? And it's kind of like, well, if you end it now, you're going to go through this with someone else. You're just going to keep going through this again, because this is what your destiny is aligned to, having these experiences. And no matter who it is, you're going to go through it. If there's things you don't like, you have to address it and have that conversation and see the outcome. But you can't just assume that this whole situation is destined to end because of some traits and qualities that you feel like you can't rightfully show yet, or that they show you that you don't like. There has to be, it's a really fine line, guys. I've got to be honest with you, because, I mean, you can get into a relationship and the person will change to be whatever you want them to be because they don't want to lose you, and then they lose themselves, and then you're together 20, 30, 40 years, and all their dreams and destiny and purpose and everything they ever wanted in their life is now gone and thrown out the window because they decided to conform to your idea of what the future should be. So their destiny that God ordained for them is now sitting on the shelf. How unfortunate, you know? But on the other hand, it's a situation of the reverse. Both of you come together, you find the middle ground, you allow that person to be entirely who they are, and you allow yourself to be entirely who you are, and you accept each other for your unique individual differences, and find a balance and value that within them, being able to grow so they can be who they are entirely and you can be who you are entirely. That's fucking difficult because we are all judgmental beings. I think if you're going to be with me, you should be like this. I don't think you should do this. I think you should do that. I don't think you should do that. But actually, if that's who they are and who they were before you, the truth of the matter is that's probably who they are inherently. And actually, they should have every right to continue to be that person, as should you. You shouldn't have to change. Like, there's minor, I don't even want to say sacrifices in this context. There are minor things that we could change to better support each other's ascension, but we can't inherently change someone to be what we want them to be, because then they're not who they're meant to be for God, you know, in line with their sovereign. And that's the hardest line to toe. And actually, well done you for going on the journey and actually attempting to find this middle ground, because it's a lot easier to be like the hermatologist and go, nope, fuck it, too much effort, I've got too much shit on my plate already, I'm working around the clock, I'm not even going to try, nope. But you're in the thick of it, and that is what is going to bring you the absolute most wisdom and strength and align you to your destiny. Because whether or not this relationship is long-term, short-term, or in between, it's a situation of you're going to come out stronger, you're going to come out wiser, and it's only going to bring you more. You're walking in your destiny right now. Yeah, so don't worry about you think the long term's not manifesting, because I see that being at the front of your mind right now. You feel like there's blocks on this because of whatever you're perceiving in the now moment to be a threat or a fear-based energy. But at the end of the day, you're walking in line with your destiny. So whether it is short term, medium, or long term, the outcome is always going to be you're still aligned, you've still done the work. So someone else will pop in at the next doorway 10 miles down if they decide to tap out. You know, there's always going to be more for you, because you're doing the work, yeah? Love you, Capricorn. Hope you resonate. Hit the like. Check out all the other readings that are premiering soon. Go and click all the Capricorn ones so you're ready for them to go straight to your notifications. And I'll be back soon with more. Love and light.